All right, everyone. So we're live, and it's another week, another RaddTitan chat. So we're on 147 now. So yeah, so just chatting away. We interesting week. Lots going on. Where do you want to start, Gio? How are you?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I think we have to start with the most devastating part of the week, which was that we lost. You know, the collecting community in general lost a really good soul in Lewis Pett, who, if you don't know Louis, hero statue collector Lou.
Yeah.
Has been around, been probably one of the cornerstones of the collecting community for a very, very, very long time. You know, part of the great duo that was the Lou and Vic, immortalized in stone guys. He's passed on, tragically died. That fucking sucked. I'm not going to lie. Always was a really. Oh, do you know what it was? He was just one of them guys. Didn't get involved or invested in any drama. He just wanted to be sort of honest and good with everybody. I never had one bad word exchange with that guy ever. And there was probably about 20 incidences where me and him could have fallen out. And you know, we never ever did. He was always really reasonable, and you know, I always respected him and liked him. I mean, for me, him and Vic together were great. You know, really were special together because they had a very good balance and camaraderie.
Yeah,
it was a good dynamic because, you know, Victor was sort of, you know the way he was, and Lou was the way he was, and I think they balanced each other out really well. So I'm really gutted about that. You know, I got a lot of messages and spoke to a lot of good friends of mine who were really close personally with him, and they had broken. So I got to give a big shout out and support to my boy Brandon Longshot. You know, I hope you're doing well, brother. We love you. You know, chin up. You know, shit times. So there's a lot of people out there that knew him personally, you know, and spent a lot of time with him. You were on his chat a lot, you know.
Yeah.
It's just this fucking shit, man. It's just really terrible news.
Yeah, I mean, I used to go on their chat a long time ago. You know, before we were doing ours, and remember I was on there several times, and you know, I spoke to them about us doing ours, and it was kind of like they did theirs at 1 o'clock in the morning here, or 2 or 3 o'clock, depending on when it started, and it just wasn't really doable for us. So that's why we kind of started ours. Always, you know, again, always spoke to Lou, always had a good word to say to Lou. He actually, I went through some old messages on Facebook Messenger the other day, and you know, he asked me if I wanted to crash at his place like a couple of years ago, not last year, the year before, I think it was, when to go to New York Comic Con and stuff like that. So yeah, really top guy, really, who's always out there helping people in the community. Apparently as well, he did a lot of work for the Salvation Army. So yeah, top guy. So yeah.
So I mean, he's because, you know, they did their chat, and like I like a lot of the guys on there, you know, like Carlos, Super Loba, fucking cracking guy, top guy, people like him, and then there's Ryan. Ryan's a like lovely, you know, genuine, honest, lovely person as well, you know. But you know, we had some run-ins with some of the other cats on there, you know, the people that have genuinely got some sort of bee in their bonnet with us. But that's what, you know, the whole point of saying it. Not that I want to give them fucking idiots any airtime or anything, but the one thing is that's what I'm going to say about Lou was, no matter what happened, I mean, some of them really overstepped their mark and used his platform to air some of their shit or start trouble, which is I found incredibly disrespectful, you know, in general to the people that you're arguing with and the platform you're on. I mean, if Jem Mint says to me, "Do you want to go on my channel and have a chat?" and I start bringing up crap or problems I've got with people, I think you shouldn't use other people's platforms to air your grievances. I think you should, if you want to say something or you've got some sort of problem, you should say it on your own channel and go off your own back.
Yeah.
But Lou, you know, when I spoke to Lou about it and stuff, the guy's just a triple A gentleman. Always was, you know, he didn't ever want any trouble or drama, and wrong or right, he would always say, he would be like, yeah, it wasn't acceptable, I'm sorry, you know, it won't happen again, all that type. He was just a really, really good guy. And I think the community has definitely lost somebody very, very valuable. It's not good.
Definitely.
So sad time, because there's plenty of fucking idiots, but he was one of them type of guys that, you know, he genuinely wanted everyone to get along, and he always wanted, you know what I mean? He always thought, he used to always say, didn't he? He used to say, like, I don't want a drama, and I'm not interested. We should all get along and all that. And I really like that about him.
Yeah.
He always really was calm about shit like that. I always enjoyed that about him.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, well, because I was in New York last year. I mean, it was like the first year in however many years he decided not to do New York Comic Con. So
Really?
yeah, so it's unfortunate. Well, he moved down to Florida, so
yeah, that's like the other side, isn't it? I'm not. My geography's
no,
not
it's
great.
the same side but itself.
Is it far away? Is it quite far?
Yeah, it's quite far down. Yeah, but no, it was LA and Florida. You thought were in the same place.
And they're on different coastlines or something like that. You said
they're like the furthest each side. You know, so yeah,
dude, that is such a wake up call. That was. I was like, shit, really?
Yeah, one's east, one's west. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, okay. Moving on, I don't know. I mean, yeah.
How do you move on?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah. So
everything else starts to get a little bit more pay. I just want to also shout out to my boy Warren. You know, again, this is another thing. He's like, this geezer's hit me up, man. He messaged Alex, but he added me as a friend on Facebook. And I'm kind of slow with that. So he's been like sitting there waiting, him and like 6 others. And I added him, like, I spoke to him today, man. And it's amazing. The community, it's the things that go on. You know, this guy, this Warren cat, you know, what's his name? Beaudry.
Beaudry, yeah.
Yeah, Beaudry, yeah. Warren Beaudry. He's just hit us up, man. And I'll give him a big shout out, you know. He's been suffering with his health, and he's been fighting a good fight and pushing on. So we wish him, you know, all the strength and all the support. You know, love to you and your family, brother. And hopefully we'll be coming over to see you. Me and Alex been chatting, and we'll try and get down there, you know, sometime in August, and come and catch up with you and highlight your collection and share it with the community. So it's just it made it just funny because, you know, with this thing happening with Lou. And then, you know, this message, I spoke to Warren, and he basically got diagnosed with a pretty serious, literally a terrible thing. Terminal. And he, you know, he's fighting on and pushing on, and you know, he's been collecting now, and he's keeping at it and stuff. And he just basically, you know, he reached out to us and said, you know, I'm just asking you for help. And I was thinking, you know, what can we do? And he was just like, you know, I want you just to like keep an eye. You know what I mean? If my mate contacts you, make sure you tell him the values of all the pieces I have, because I trust you. And, you know, it was just I felt really humbled and quite honored that someone would ask that. Do you know what I mean? Somebody would trust me with their collection, like, to make sure that it didn't go fucking for peanuts, or that they, you know what I mean? That his mate could sell them for the right prices, his family could sell them at the right prices and not get stung. I felt that really humbling, man. It shook me a little bit. I was quite upset a little bit earlier from it, you know. That and,
yeah, I mean, he messaged me slightly before you, so yeah, I mean, it was just before the weekend, and yeah, I think I mentioned it. I think it might be just before you got there. So yeah, someone because you mentioned myself and Gary, he tagged us both into a chat. So yeah, it was a big surprise, and it was you know, very happy to help. I've actually helped him in the past before because I didn't know his condition or anything, but he asked for help, and I helped find someone near him to go and help him move his collection around. This was probably about 6 months ago, I'd say. So I did help him with that. I assume the guy went. I mean, the guy said he was going. I didn't really follow it up, but
It's
Yeah,
just
I did do that.
for me, it's like these things. You know what I mean? It's interesting the people you touch. Do you know what I mean? That you help.
Hmm.
I mean, we've always taken it as quite a big responsibility, but it makes all the other, you know, all the other crap, all the minuscule type of hate and jealousy that some other cats have. It really does put it into perspective. You know, on them times you think, oh fuck, I'm bothered to be listening to this. It
Yeah,
makes you realise. You know what I mean? It makes you realise that actually it's much more useful than we actually give it credit for, which is nice.
of course. But it is. I mean, yeah, it's there's. I mean, a lot of people that you know are in the group that on a day-to-day basis. So you know, you do like little things here and there. But I guess, I mean, I guess as the you don't really know how little or how much something means to someone anyway. You don't know if someone sent you a message to say, just watched your video on XYZ and I love it. You know, can you just let me know about this? You know, you respond to them, and you know, you know, I enjoy having the chat with everyone, and I chat to pretty much everyone who messages me, and if not, yeah, if not everyone, apart from those women who message you about whatever. But you
Yeah,
know,
like Sharon.
yeah, well, I was like, you know, and if you can send me $500 on PayPal, and I'll set up my webcam now, and yeah, no, I mean, you know, you just don't know how much sometimes that can mean to someone just by answering a question. You know, I know there are some channels where, you know, they don't answer any of the questions. They don't speak to any. They disable all the comments on their videos, and you know that's their way of doing it. I don't know, but we always try and respond to everyone.
It's just yeah. I mean, I think obviously with that, you know, with that going on, and then you know, he was one of them kind of cats as well. You know, Lou. Just condolences to his family and everyone who loved him. Just a sad time, man. But a good guy, and really wanted the best for people. Really wanted people to get along, and wanted everyone to be sweet. You know, that was always nice.
Yeah, sure. And then on a more happy note, we had a
Lift me up.
yeah.
Come on.
So on the
Lift me up.
weekend, we had a gathering. So we had some collectors come to my house. So we had 9 people there.
Nine, yeah, 9.
That's how many we had at the table when we went out for a curry. No, because Tony left, so there was 10.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
I know,
Tony,
I know. Actually,
Tony fails when it's time to eat.
oh,
I'd love to.
I'm
I'd love to
counting
get
Colson.
invited for dinner.
You know,
Oh yeah,
I'm counting Colson on her. She don't give a fuck. She just wanted the food.
Yeah. I want to have dinner at Tony's house because he never misses a meal. His wife must be special, man.
Yeah.
She must be amazing in the kitchen.
So we got to see some pieces. I mean, you know, thanks to the guys who turned up, and yeah, thanks to the guys who brought some stuff over. Gary Speed brought over his Wolverine. We have to speak to Gary now and again because we have to say to him, like, Gary, it's not like the old days. Do not bring 10 boxes to my house, please. And luckily, he only brought one. He brought Wolverine premium format, which
Exclusive, yeah.
Yeah, exclusive. Other than the fact the peg was bent, and I know a lot of other people's are bent, and I know a lot of other people's go in if you do it at the right angle. This one was fucked. There was no way this was bent in the right way. This was literally like this kind of bent, and
Gonzo like your nose.
yeah, like my wang. And it's literally like, you know, no matter which angle you tried to put it in, it weren't going in, and it was ripping up the peg hole. So I took out a pair of pliers and I bent it. It went straight in after that and come back, you know, straight in and out. It was great. I mean, the paint on that was really, really good.
You have to watch the review will come soon. But the piece was fucking stunning, masterpiece.
Yeah. The thing about that piece, I mean, we are going to post the review at some point, and the thing about that piece is, in all the pictures I've seen, he looks pissed. He just looks like he's kind of like leaning at a really awkward angle, really weird angle.
Yeah, we did talk about it.
And when you see it in person, it's not like that. It's actually, it works. It's just when you like look at it from certain angles, it does look a bit unusual. but it's not. Then we saw the Lady Deadpool again. Fantastic. I mean, I kind of ordered it, and I was like, when I was kind of pressed like the order button, and the day after, I was a bit like, I kind of woke up and I was a bit like, oh, what did I do? Why did I do that? What the fuck, you know? And then I was a bit like dreading it coming, and I was kind of like hoping that Mike Wells was going to buy it off me and things. But then I opened it up, and again, I mean, Sideshow have done a fantastic job on that. If you've got the Heat Seeker, she's much better. She's better than the Heat Seeker.
It's a must for that piece.
The head pull's really cool,
it's
and
like a dio, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's like a dio, really.
And sorry, I'm swiping my camera. And the unmasked head is really, really good as well. So there's that. Then the other one was James Green. He brought over the Red Sonja,
the new one,
scavenger of something. I can't remember the name now.
Yeah, the new one, the most recent one, the exclusive.
Yeah, so they brought it over, and again, fantastic. Really, all three of those pieces were like great. They were like we had them out, and we were like, wow, these three Sideshow pieces turned up, and all three of them look pretty flawless. And Sideshow are a great company, but you know, normally when you do get pieces, there are damages and there are paint defects on them. Got quite a higher percentage than some other companies, but they will sort you out afterwards. But yeah, anyway, but having all three of them out, all three of them looked amazing. All three of them looked great.
I got to say, I thought they were all high 8 pieces, like as a minimum.
Yeah.
I think they were 8 across the board. That's how strong. I mean, the paintwork, you know, the whole thing, the sculpt detail, and I mean, on Red Sonja's like armor and stuff like that, it's like real stunning work. It was actually really, really pleasant. It was a really good day to see all three of those pieces in person.
The funny thing is the next pieces we got where Joe brought over the 2 Street Fighter pieces, so the classic ones. So he brought over the Saga, which I'll leave this one to you.
Well, look, I have never seen the Sagat in person. I've never seen it in person. It's one of those pieces that's always eluded me, and it's one of the ones that I've always sort of admired from photographs. He brought it around, and it blew my socks off. Like, honest, I mean, it so much so that I've bought it off him, and he wasn't going to sell it, but I had to have it. Like, literally, I've been searching and talking to people. I've had some fucking stupid people on eBay who've got it up for 700 quid. It doesn't sell, and then when I message them, they're like, "Yeah, I want 800 quid." Like, what the fuck? Whatever you're drinking, man, put it down. Put it down, sober the fuck up, because it's, you know what I mean? It ain't selling for 7. You ain't getting 8. Jesus Christ. But, you know, I managed to do a deal. I've bought it now. So my boy Joe's off to Mexico for a week. So when he comes back, he's going to bring it and we'll complete the deal. But it's done. And I'm really excited about it because it is, for me, it's the best Street Fighter piece I've ever seen. Like, easy. I mean, for me, it's not close. The funny thing was, he bought the OG Akuma, Shin Akuma, and fuck me, that piece is shit. I don't understand what anybody is talking about. I really was absolutely devastated at looking at that piece. I just thought to myself, wow. You know, I looked at the Sagat and I was like, my God, you know, this is really impressive. And I really like the Zangief. They're my two, at the moment, they're the 2 best ones I've seen, the Zangief and the Sagat. And I had big things in my mind for this Akuma, the OG Shin. And it was just like unbelievably disappointing. And to the point, well, on review, I couldn't play nice because I don't do that. You put it in front of me under the lights, and if it's shit, I'm going to fucking tell you it's shit, and I'm going to tell you why. You know, you disagree, I don't care. You pay $3,000, I don't care. It's not, you know, there's no room for niceties on my table. Once I put Lazy Susan on, the statues on it, if it ain't up to par, it's getting fucking shat on. Or it better be good. If it's good, then you're going to hear nothing but good things from me. But I know that everyone rallied to its defense. Oh, it was 2000 and what? and it was, you know what I
No,
mean, all this
well,
other romance shit. But the bottom line
yeah.
is that piece price wise has just escalated and escalated over the years. And if it's escalating, then obviously I expect the quality to stand up. And I just didn't think it was there. I was really quite disappointed actually. I felt sorry for Joe more than anything because he's sitting there. You know what I mean? And I love Joe. Joe's a lovely guy. But man, I don't pull no punches. The one time I did, I actually did once, and that's when someone brought over the retro Spider-Man, and I had to find nice things because I know that this guy paid so much more than he should have done for the piece. I just felt so bad, so I tried really hard to find things that were okay about it, but I really wanted to say it was the biggest pile of donkey piss I've ever seen. That was another really bad one and all. But after the funny thing is with that though, is I went home and I looked in the mirror and I was ashamed of myself. I actually said, I looked in the mirror and I was shaving and I said to myself in the mirror, and my wife was on the toilet, and I said, I'm disappointed in you. And she went, why, what did I do? And I said, no, I'm talking to me. I was like, you should have just fucking said it. You know, there's no room for niceties in this game. You've got to, this is how you feel about it. If you sit down and you're looking at it and this is how you feel, you have to express how you feel, you know. And I promised on that day I'd never do that again. Never, ever. So that was the only one. That's the only pass. I don't
Well,
even think I was overly positive, but I definitely wasn't as honest as I should have been.
yeah. Well, I think with the Shinakuma, I mean, I was trying to be like the kind of good cop, and I was trying to be objective, and you know, there are things to kind of factor in about when it was made, and at that time, you know, that would have been they would not have been the 2,000 statues or so or more that we have now. There wouldn't have been anything to compare it to. So at that time, I can understand why. But the thing, sorry, at that time it weren't selling. No one wanted it, but at the time I can understand if it was great and whatever else. Then there's a few others starting to come out. I can understand why people would want the original and the first one. I can understand that. But yeah, looking back at it in a way where you go, okay, this is sculpt A and this is sculpt B, and that's all you're looking at, then yeah, it sucks, you know.
But you know what it was though. Honestly, I mean, you're talking about all of this romancing things about when it was made and all that. My thing was more factual, material, paint, cleanness, sculpt details. All of those are the things I was looking at, and all of those were shit. Honest, for me, it was. I
Yeah,
mean, it was really, really, you know,
I mean the piece,
really.
you know, you have to remember that it retailed at like $200 or
Yeah,
something, didn't it?
I know, but I mean, I'm not talking about. I never take into account the after sale. I don't care about what the aftermarket prices are. You know, for example, I didn't know how much the gap was when I saw it. I didn't know how much it was going for. Could have been going for 2 grand for all I care. All I knew, I didn't know what it was going for, but I knew that it was stunning and impressive, and I knew I had to have it. And I'm not even collecting Street Fighter anymore. I'm not even getting any more. I'm just going to get this one piece. I'm going to put it in a single glass display, which I'm talking to Pamplin about as we speak.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to get it made. I'm going to get the thing sent out as quick as possible. And that's it. It's going to go in its own single display on its own. And I'm not getting any more other gaming pieces or Street Fighter pieces. I just want it for itself, just as it is.
That's actually a very well timed comment from you there, because in the comments, Daniel Skogberg says the case for the Red Hulk is it glass or acrylic?
It is made of glass. It is made of I think it's 4mm safety glass. Um, yeah, I like the acrylic stuff because I think they're lighter. I
Yeah,
don't think they're as heavy. But
scratch.
cleaning wise and things like that, you know, and scratch resistant stuff, you know, the glass, just everything in here is pretty much, I've got like, you know, I've got 4 detops, and then three, I've got 4 personalized custom display units. And then I've got like an old antique sort of display unit that I love. So I've got like a mishmash of like furniture that I really like. Um, but for me, I just like the glass. You know, it's got like a plastic edging around it, and sort of like some of them have slide out doors and things. The actual Red Hulk should have got it with a slide out door. I don't actually have a slide out door.
Yeah, you should have.
I have to lift it up before I move.
Yeah, I've opened that and it was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, you took the other side, didn't it?
Yeah, no, I'd lifted it and held it, and then you did something underneath, and then we put it back down.
Yeah, that was when the Comiket was in it.
Yeah,
the grey Comiket used. No, I sold that Comiket one to fucking Gary. So yeah,
I must be talking about the Comiket one. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It's glass anyway. Got a wooden beveled edge that is sort of the glass sits in, so it doesn't move.
All right, so just go through quickly who's in. So Mike Hinton, Twisted Rainbow. Yeah. That's a new one as well. Twisted Rainbow, that's a good one.
Great name.
Ed Dudes in house.
Yo.
Mike Hinton, Twisted Rainbow. Eric Hendershot. Rodney Jones. Thor Gunderson. I'm never saying his real name because, yeah, it sounds racist here.
Is that his real name?
His real name's Packy Smith, yeah.
No, it's not.
His real name is Packy Smith. That's his real name. When I said to him, "Is that your real name?" and I said to him, "That's like a racist term here." He said, "Oh, fuck, I didn't know that." So, Redders in the house. We got Tack. Sorry, skip down too fast. Erin Simhai. It's just asking who's getting the 4 statue. That 4 statue looks pretty damn good.
It looks like it might be DTOF ready, man.
Yeah, it's 12-12, isn't it? So it's 12 by 12.
Yeah, that's DTOF ready. Bro.
25, 12, 12.
That's DTOF ready. No drama. That's
it looks
Nash,
well
if you're watching, it's DTOF ready, man.
Yeah, it looks bigger than that. It looks well when you look at it. Anyway, Yawa's in the house. Joel, fucking hell.
You know what's funny about that, actually? It's a funny thing because I was talking to my wife. We were on a dog walk, and she worked with some Portuguese woman, and her husband, it's João. That's how you say it in Portuguese. So he's American. He had Americanized his name apparently because apparently it's João. It's not Joa. That's not according to what I heard anyway.
Dimitri Salanier. Hello everybody. Steve McAllister. Stone 466. Rodney Jones. Ryan Penn. Ramo. Collectible Kingdom in the house.
What's up, Taffy? Right then, where is she?
Notifications popped up. Redder. Pravin Fembach. Dark Mufasa. Sean London, sorry.
Your pronunciation sucks.
Yeah, why can't everyone just be called like Mr. Jones and something easy?
Yeah, Packy Smith and Mr. Jones.
All right. Daniel Skogberg. I think he's like Swedish or something.
Yeah. I bet my wife would love him.
Peter Moore and Repeat.
What?
Just ordered the new 4. Yeah, and I don't think either of us are going to order the 4 at the moment.
I got the OG, man. Yeah. I got the OG exclusive. So I was having a chat with Wells, actually. I have to say, like, Matt, I have to say mad shout out to our boy Mike Wells and Jonathan Meddins, who joined us for the, it's been far too long that them boys have not been joining us on meetups. So I was really pleased that they were there. Love seeing both of them. So it was really good fun actually having them. And, I had Riali there and Speedy was there. So, and Green.
Tony.
Tony. We had who else was there? Joe was there.
Joe, yeah.
Yeah, it was good, man. But thanks for being part of it, boys. It's nice to catch up. It was just nice to chat shit about collectibles and stuff for an entire day. Break some bread, have some food, have a bit of banter. It was a good time.
Zippo Man 100. Xavier Pollett.
Yeah, I think that Daniel Bell Thor looks great.
Peter Rittan and Marvelous Dave, number 1.
Marvelous Dave.
Love your unboxing of Lady Deadpool, class guys.
Thanks,
Excellent.
man.
Yeah, Lady Deadpool was pretty damn impressive for what she. I think as well. I mean,
she was the best there. It's my opinion. It's the best piece there. And that's saying something because the Wolverine is pretty flawless. But I think in terms of engineering, quality of design, quality of fit, just the idea. I mean, it was a really complicated statue. It was a statue that in 2014, 2015, Sideshow wouldn't have dreamed of making. Since XM's been on and kicking their ass for a few years, we're starting to see now Sideshow say, hold up a minute, we can fucking start playing this game. Lady Deadpool, the Heat Seeker, they're all very complicated, very dynamic, intricate parts, but the execution is just so good. Like, really shocking, really shocking. How good. I mean,
there was only one issue with the Lady Deadpool, which was the jaw, like across here, where head joins. That was quite bad, and I didn't like that.
It's just line either side. Ain't that drastic?
But I'm saying that was the thing that bothered me.
That's desperate.
And the other thing that bothered me as well is the handlebars. It's not got like a designated place. That bothered me a little bit.
I was thinking about that, and I was thinking it's just more of a right. You can put it where you want it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could magnetize it and then stick it onto the base, but I don't know. For me, I just think it was a really complicated design and very well executed.
Yeah, no. I mean, and the
not one part was like out of place. Not one paint was. It's just spotless. It was absolutely
and the missile leg as well. I mean, it was a bit pain in the ass to get on a little bit. It was a bit, but that's what you need because you need it to be tight so it holds up. But the unmasked head, really, really impressive. I mean, when you take it out, you kind of think her eyes look a bit like a bit goggly and a bit like, I don't know, like she's it's just like doesn't look right with her eyes. And then what happens is when you put it on to the statue, you then realize that she is looking like straight at the missile or straight at the head pull, and that he's done really, really well. The eyeline marries up nicely.
Beautiful, really impressive. I mean, Red Sonja was quality-wise was up there as well, but the design was not as complex. Wolverine, again, the quality of the finish was on the same level, but the design was not as complicated either.
Yeah.
So, that's why I give the nod to Lady Paul, and then obviously Sagat was fucking mind blowing for me. So I had to get that. It's very rare that I walk away from any meetup and I'm like, I'm going to get that. That doesn't happen like that. That won't happen 9 out of 10 meetings. So that tells you what I thought about it. But even Jenny's been like, why? Why are you buying that for? She's like, I don't understand. It's not overly complicated. It's not like really, she likes, she looks at pieces and she likes she would like Lady Deadpool. That's what she'd like.
Yeah.
Complex, well engineered, dynamic, really high quality finish. That's what my wife considers to be a good piece. But there's something in that Sagat. I don't know what it is. There's a soul in it that I think is fucking great. I need to have it. So
what's that one? Phase Rug. It says ha, he's coming home. Davey C, I can't wait for the Prime 1 Dog Alien. Ed Dude, does anyone know if Sideshow edition size reflects the amount of pre-orders? Well, it should do. I mean, but the thing is as well is edition size is not a simple thing. Edition size is to do with how many the factory will make, at what cost the factory will make them, and then also down to how many Sideshow want, but then also how many the licensor wants. So there's so many factors involved in there. And it also could be to do with the amount of money it costs for the license in relation to how many statues they have to make to cover that license to also cover their profit. It's not very simple.
No. And it's never one of them things, Alex. It's not one of them.
No. It's not. There's 20 other reasons, that why it's like that. I mean, if you've got metal parts on things, there'll be another factory that can only make a certain amount of the metal parts, a minimum order. but then also you have to make the metal casts and make the metal parts, and
Yeah.
it's just not simple.
I wanted to put on a helmet on my old man Thanos Wins portrait. I wanted to put on a helmet, but I would need to use metal castings, and that's tens of thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
I
Oh yeah,
wanted to do
yeah.
because it was an intricate helmet. I wanted to have his beard like all the way down, like the comic is, all the way down to his belly button, pretty much the top of the sternum because it's really long. And then I wanted these big long spikes on his helmet because that's what it is in the comic. But they would need to be made out of PVC, and for that you need to use metal molds, and for that it's high thousands of pounds to do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's when you're doing one, just fucking forget about it.
I think for Carnage, I remember XM telling me it was 100 grand, no, 75 grand, I think, and it wasn't for all of them. That was just to make some of those tendrils.
Yeah.
Ed Dudes, yeah, Lady Deadpool is better than Heatseeker.
Yeah.
Mike Wells, thanks for the invite, guys. Have a great time. Had a great time hanging out.
Lovely having you, mate. We'll be doing it again. Next time we've got to trek up to Birmingham.
Yeah,
that's my baby born. That's what we'll be doing.
Johnny was mentioning going up to Birmingham and doing something up there. Be good if Manny actually got his arse in gear and actually met up with us. So yeah, but there's a few guys up there. We can go see your mate, your lifting buddy up there.
Who's that?
He's near there, isn't he?
Oh, my lifting buddy.
Yeah, your sparring buddy. Sonny says,
I got this killer client in a minute, man. I got this female. I'm not going to name drop her, but I got this female client at the moment. Fuck me, man. She's been kicking my ass. I've been like holding the pads and doing a little bit of light sparring with her, man. She's fucking brutal. Brazilian woman. Fuck me.
So Sonny is saying, are any of you guys getting the new Punisher from Iron Studios? Problem with Iron Studios is I just find their stuff is quite hit or miss, and they've got some really, really good pieces, but they've got some really bad pieces. So,
yeah.
In all honesty, I don't think I would ever pre-order a piece from Iron Studios at the time because I would wait and see what it's like in hand before I commit that kind of money. But I do like the Punisher.
Yeah. They haven't thingied, have they? They, as a company, they started to get ahead and they started to be trustworthy, and then they brought out a handful of pieces that really dropped the fucking ball. So then, smart collector, like you'll retract, you'll go within yourself and be like, hold up a minute, I'll wait a little bit and see these things come out, and then I'll make a decision. Because they have a lot of breakages, a lot of cheap part that they put on things. So you just got to be a bit wary about what exactly you're getting. It's definitely. I agree with Alex. It's definitely not a company I would just hand my money over from. Not at the moment. I ain't seen enough wins to make that a smooth transition.
The problem as well is I've seen the Spider-Man. I've seen probably about 4 or 5 of them, maybe.
Yeah.
And they are. When it's the opposite of some of the other things. Like some of the other statues, you would take them out of.
It's up there. Hey, you alright? No, I just lost. Lost Alex here. I don't know if I'm the only person here. PM me if you know what's happened to Alex. See if he comes back in here shortly, or if it's just me that's all gone peaked on. You back on here? You all what happened there?
I think my PC overheated or something.
Yeah, I'm having problems at my end as well, getting fucking hacked, bro.
Getting hacked by I don't know. Is my webcam in on though? Is it?
Nah, it's not. Nah, not in a minute.
Okay, I'll have to. Oh, we're going to go into the pictures anyway soon. No, I was just saying.
He just told me I'm still on there. Good. I don't know what was going on there. Because Alex, what were you saying about the studios before you were rudely cut off?
Yeah, no, I was just saying that the thing about the Spider-Man is there we go. There we go. Hey. Right. So yeah, the thing about hopefully that won't. I've just pulled out my PC because it's like on fire. So I've just pulled it out from under my desk so it gets some airflow. I think I need like a new fan or something in there. Yeah. Fuck off, Gooch.
Don't upset Gooch, man.
Yeah,
it's a sand and kill your fucking arm. You go out in the morning to get your fucking Jew bagel and then fucking cut your throat from out from behind the bush.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, so I was saying basically with the Spider-Man from Iron Studios, it's kind of the opposite of what we've had in the past. In the past, we've had pieces where you kind of take out the pieces and you're like, ooh, okay, that doesn't look right. Not sure about that. And then when you put it together, it looks great altogether. And then with the Spider-Man, the individual parts look pretty damn good. The Spider-Man looks pretty good. But when you put it together, it's like, oh shit, they've got to send some parts. They've got to send the actual base, and it looks incomplete, when you actually get it in. And it's a shame. It's a shame because that could have been a pretty special piece.
It's
really could have been.
No doubt about that. That piece was rushed from pre-order to delivery. I don't think it was that long.
It was
like 6 months. Something stupid like that. It was really fast, and then the piece was out and in your hand. It was junk. Well, it looked. Some people actually got lucky and their parts didn't break and shit. But there's some really poor material choices on there. A lot of cheap PVC, a lot of cheap plastics. Not good.
Right. So I'm just catching up with the Peter Ritson saying about what do you think about the is it Gamera? I don't think either of us really know what that is. I mean, it's like a kind of Godzilla style character, but is that Prime One piece? Do you remember that one?
What is it?
It's the Prime One's kind of piece. It's like a Godzilla style piece, and it's. Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
I don't really know anything about it, to be honest with you. When I saw it, I thought it was one of the.
That is from Godzilla, isn't it?
I don't know. I have no clue.
I think that's from Godzilla, man.
I thought it was a character from Godzilla, but yeah, they just say, "What do you think about it?" I mean, I don't know anything about the character to kind of have an opinion on that one, really. But I don't know.
I'm excited for Godzilla 2, man.
Oh yeah. So I'm just going through. I don't know who Rodney's talking about because I've missed some comments. Maybe Juggernaut weren't at the San Diego Comic Con. David Iger, I was talking to him about something different, and he was telling me some of the bits that were going to be there. And he said, I asked him about Juggernaut, and he goes, no, because what's happened is they started to paint it, and they didn't finish it in time. So what's happened is with Bane, I believe, they had Bane totally unpainted.
Yeah.
So you either have something totally unpainted, or you have it fully painted. You can't have it somewhere in the middle. And I think Juggernaut was kind of nearly there, but they weren't happy to show it in case people just go, "This is fucked." Nah, don't want it because.
Well, I agree. Yeah.
So
they can't afford to be taking them type of chances at the moment because there's just the standards are too high, and people will assume that it's that's finished. They won't listen. No one, one person will be like, "No, it's not finished," and there'll be 100 people saying, "Look at the finished product. How crap is this?" And it's a prototype. So that was a smart call, I think.
So yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be a RaddTitan chat without the technical difficulty. Anyway, we've been running quite smoothly lately.
Yeah, we've had a good time.
We had a good few chats, so we were due something.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was me because I looked up at my bar and I was like, "Well, I'm on 4G here, so that's not good." So I thought,
Statue Collecting, who actually has the same logo as Reali. I kind of thought it was Reali all the time. So Statue Collecting says, "Does anyone own the Weapon X? On mine, I just got. It has a crooked visor which goes to one side of the head more than the other." So he's just asking that if anyone's got that. If you want to comment on the comments, I don't think mine's wonky, but something I figured out the other day was actually someone went in my room the other day. I was showing them. I can't remember. It was one of the guys who were there the other day. We went in there, and the Weapon X, one of the screens where it's been so hot, has actually drooped because the weight of the screen has made it droop. So yeah, that's not really what I want. Big Daddy Kane in the house.
"Oh, nice."
Bernard. Yeah. All right. So that's all the comments anyway. So just call up with those for now. What I'll do then is I might see if I could do it slightly different. Which is probably not never a good thing when I say
I don't
that.
like this idea. Yours. Just get to work. What are you doing?
I'm getting the pictures, fuckhead.
Oh, okay.
So
Don't think outside the box. Stick within the box that we've created that sometimes works, but not.
Stay safe.
This is never safe.
No, what I was thinking of doing this time was if we say to share the screen like that, so you can see that, yeah?
Yeah, infinity screen. I got it.
Okay, so if we do that, then actually that won't work. Don't worry.
One of them days, mate.
No. I had an idea, but then I just realised that it was a stupid, shitty idea.
I'm glad you were the one that told yourself that.
Yeah, it happens. You know, it happens. I have these moments. So just do a screen. All right. Not many. So there's just so hero statue collector Lou. As I say, you know, very, very sad news and big loss. I mean, he it was actually going to be his 41st birthday tomorrow. So
shit, really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
So yeah,
fucking too young, man.
Do you know? Apparently, what some when I listened to the chat last week, a few guys from the show did like a tribute chat, and Carlos was saying that apparently someone was contacting Lou's mum, a collector, to say, you know, sorry for your loss. I just want to know if you're selling anything. On the day it happened.
Nah, you need to go outside. You need to go up onto your roof and jump the fuck off it.
Yeah, it's shocking.
Fucking snake piece of shit.
That's so shocking. Then the next one. So yeah, that was you know, for the pair of them. So rest in peace to both of them now.
Yeah.
Both gone.
The OG crew, man. This is the real Immortalised in Stone crew.
Well, this is the Immortalised Stone crew, and this is the you know, these are the two that kind of got us into doing our chat. So you know, it was you know, they did theirs. We kind of we did it after, and we, you know, I went on theirs a few times. Got inspired to do one ourselves to get the time.
I missed. We're going to miss them. We're going to miss. You know, it was never the same once Vic passed on, and now they're you know, hopefully they're together somewhere nice. You know, reviews in the sky, reviews in the clouds.
Yeah,
they'll be showing God where he's gone wrong. Look at his leg. What the
Good
fuck?
anatomy on this.
What position is this? Not 90 degrees.
This was then just to go through the pieces. So I'm just putting up this. We'll go. This is just to remember the pieces that actually we went over the other day.
Yep.
So I'm just adjusting my screens. 1 second. All right. So this is Sideshow Wolverine. Sorry.
Base is well heavy.
The base is 5 kilos. I think it was 485. I think it was in grams. It's really heavy. There's the Lady Deadpool.
That piece is the shit.
Fantastic piece. Really nice. And then you've got the Red Sonja again. Super nice piece. Thanks to Green for bringing that over. Thanks to Speedy for bringing that one. Actually, I'm not going to thank Speedy. Fuck Speedy. I mean, it took 20 minutes for me to repair that peg. And halfway through, I was thinking to myself, I'm going to snap this leg off. It really felt like I had to give it a lot of force to.
Yeah, I know, man. I was watching you cracking on with it, and I was thinking, "Fuck me, like the worst guy in the whole room to be doing that." Still, you did it. Fair play.
Gary's well over trusting. Yeah. Then there's that. Then that's the Akuma. Actually, photographs quite well though.
No, not really.
And the Saga.
Yeah, man. Taking that shit.
All right. So then we start off with some fan art.
Yeah, I'm digging this. I like the way this is looking. I don't like his head or anything like that, but I like all the other heads. There's like I think that thing comes with about 24 heads.
It comes with I think it comes with like 3 heads, doesn't it?
No.
No?
I think it comes with 3 goblin heads and then 1 human.
Oh, okay then. Okay. And then there's the head there. Sorry, I'm moving away from the microphone. There are better pictures coming out, and they'll be they're doing a photo shoot the weekend basically, so there'll be better pictures next week. Also, bear in mind that when this has been put together, there's still plastic between it. So
yeah, of course.
See the plastic between it because this is being painted still.
Yeah, it's brutal, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. I like that. That's nice.
So this is the Demo Goblin. Sorry, don't know if we said that.
It's not Demo Goblin.
Hobgoblin, sorry.
Hobgoblin, yeah.
But they are doing a Demo Goblin.
Yeah, I think they are.
There you go.
See, that marked hat head really fits that head.
Yeah.
So the that's more of the classic look, but the human head and him holding the mask is the better fit for that arm. But there you also get like another pumpkin or something, I think. Or fish, the way it is. You get a few choices. Now they're only showing it with the mast head. That's all they're showing. But there is other
yeah. So you can see the 3 heads on the base there. So there are 4 heads.
Yeah.
And this is the fan art Logan. So there's that.
Looks so like you, man.
I wish, yeah. So this is really cool. Really, really nice. There were some pictures of him with the X-23 on the back from the movie, but I didn't bother saving those pictures because I don't like it. So I've only unfortunately, if this is for my kind of personal folder, I had these ones put to one side. I'm getting this one, so this basically I've got these to one side for myself. So, and when I was talking to the artist, I said to them, you know, with the X-23, please can you make it like a seat and make her so she's removable? Because
are you getting this?
Yeah. So I said to him, I'm never buying it unless you do that. And I was joking with him anyway, joking around with him. And then he messaged me to say we've engineered it and there's no X-23 on the back. So you can get her to go on though.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't want it. So, and then this is the detailing on the bike.
Looks amazing. Yeah, that looks cool.
So is that?
Yeah, that's great.
really nice detailing there.
Looks like a proper bike, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like like one of those models you would get. You get like a lot of Harley Davidson quarter scale models as well of the bikes. This is some of the teasers from Figurama. So this is for Tokyo Ghoul. I've seen fans are going to hate me now because I've seen the movie and it was pretty poor. I do have the anime on my watch list and I'm going to watch it before. But this is going to go up for pre-order end of August, middle of August. So this is Tokyo.
I love their dynamic stuff, man. They do some serious stuff.
Oh, I mean, they got onto my radar from the Devilman versus Amon that Caleb did. And that was absolutely, for me, when we started collecting, there were 5 or so characters which I said that I would love to have. Devilman was one of them, Guyval was one of them, and to see that being made was really good. So that got them on my radar. And then, so it's good to see, what they're putting out. And I know that this has loads and loads of fans, Tokyo Ghoul. So I'm trying to see the dates. Oh, here we go. 19th of August, the pre-order starts. And there's going to be an actual event, and they're going to hold an event, and they're going to do like an unveiling of this. And hopefully, if things work out, I may be there. So
sweet, man.
Yeah, so hopefully that will work out, and then we'll be able to be at the unveiling and get you guys the images very, very quick.
The exclusives, motherfucker.
Exclusive images very quick. Just put these on there because I know you love him, and
I do. I still dig it.
And basically,
hand in hand, 29 inches, big beastly Hulk.
29 inches.
Yep.
Shit.
29-inch Hulk, which puts him around about 15 feet.
Yeah. Damn.
I'm good with that. I don't give a fuck.
So basically this now, because I hadn't seen these pictures of the base.
Yeah, I like the copter and things, the helicopter, the dash. I like all that. Just not digging that sound effect yet.
Yeah.
Just not digging that sound effect at all. I think that sound effect needs to. I need to see it closer, but
in all honesty,
too rounded.
I think that this is quite low res, this picture. And I think that sand probably has a bit more texture than you think. And it also, at these kind of conventions, these lights are really bad. So I think this would look better in person.
Painting. You see the under the foot painting. I love all that. Looks great. Shading looks good.
And you love the back. Yeah. I've been training my back. It don't look like that yet.
Yeah. You need to get on to about you need to get on some serious HGH for that sort of back, mate.
There you go.
Do you know that though? The funny thing there, if you go back to that last picture, see that Christmas tree effect. See the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like really difficult to get like in bodybuilding. It's what you hear them talking about all the time, like having the Christmas tree, the lower part of the back, where it looks like that.
Yeah. Dabs.
I like it, man. I dig it.
The missile don't look as bad as I thought.
Nah, missile looks cool. Whole thing looks cool. Just don't like the fat boy eating cake face.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Someone put a message up, and I don't think you saw it because you would have been all over it. Someone said it looks like Gio's body with Alex's head.
That's a big I wish, man.
Then you got the
that Hulk's 5%, man. Yeah. That's a 5% body fat fucking dude. That's serious. That's funny though.
Yeah, I knew you hadn't seen it, so I thought.
Oh, that's scary, man.
I knew it'd cheer you up.
I hadn't seen that now.
I think I might delete it and block the person. Then this is the Thor. Loads of people on the live chat yesterday were messaging and saying, "Is this a light up? Is there a light up? Is there a light up?"
No, I don't think so.
If you look at the bottom of this picture, which you won't be able to make out on your phone, the bottom of the pictures on Sideshow say lighting added for effect.
Yeah, I can see that actually.
Oh, you can read that? Okay.
Yeah, it's very small in the center of the screen.
Yeah.
I don't think so, but I mean, you have
people were saying, like, why doesn't the hammer light up? Why doesn't the hammer light up? I was like, why the fuck do you want the hammer to light up?
You don't fucking hammer lighting up. Jesus. Yeah. I don't even like them dirty little squiggle things people put on their hammers. I don't know what that is about.
What?
You know, like them little, they put them little blue squiggly things on them. Like custom people do it. They put all these squiggly, like lightnings around the hammer.
Like it's charging kind of thing.
Terrible. Looks so bad.
You mean like it's charging or something?
Sort of, like it's like lightning's hitting it, or it's surrounded by lightning. I just don't like it. It's just like,
yeah, there you go. 25 and a half by 12 and a half by 12 and a half. Sorry, by 12 by 12. Sorry.
Ready, that is DTOF. That is DTOF ready, man.
I guess, do you know what they're doing though? Is I guess they're not measuring the cape.
No, they won't be, because the cape is posable, so you can put the cape where you want it to be.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it looks amazing. I love the diamond.
That looks
very different. I like it a lot.
I think that looks bigger than 12 by 12 though.
Oh yeah, I think it looks like that, but that's the measurements. I mean, it's not pop culture shock. You know, I had a stroke with Guile.
I've got Guile under my stairs somewhere. I ain't opening that box again. If I'm selling it and someone says, "Can you send me a picture of that?" I'm going to go, "No, I ain't selling it. Fuck off." I ain't getting it back out of the box. I hate the box. Every time, what was it, Joe? When Joe boxed up Sagat and boxed up Akuma, do you know how much fucking polystyrene all over my lounge?
Mate, their polystyrene just disintegrates, man. Yeah. So I had to do the deal. That's why I had to do the deal that I did with Joe. Yeah. Whereas, like, literally, I don't want the piece shipped. Someone has to hand that shit to me, because the polystyrene inside is just, it's gone. That and Akuma, both of them are gone. And Guile, I got Guile brand new in box, sealed. You know, I bought it, and when I opened it, and it was all sealed and it was all mint. As soon as I started taking Guile out of the thing, the things were disintegrating.
Yeah,
it's really bad.
The Thor is 1 core scale.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying, someone asked a good question.
Yeah.
The reason I'd suggest ordering from Sideshow is because the customer service is second to none. If there is a problem with the statue, they will make it right for you. Yeah, okay, that's it, dude. Oh, sorry. Okay, we'll go on to that anyway, because we've got like some pictures of theirs anyway. So yeah, Thor. I think this is a really nice piece, and it makes me like, it's really like, I've got the modern, and I kind of settled for the modern because my girlfriend bought it for me. And
I like the modern.
I do like the modern, but then when they said they were making another 4, I was like, yeah, there's no point. You know, there's the original one, there's the modern one. What the fuck do we need another one for? And you look at it and you're like, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, but you see, this is my whole theory of collecting in general. Pieces just evolve, and if you don't settle at one point, you will constantly be rotating your collection around. You know, for me, you know, I know that the material and stuff is getting better, and I know that this, that, and the other, but I'm very happy with my OG exclusive, so I have no reason to sell that and bring in another one, or vice versa. I just, you know, once I'm happy, I'm happy. I'm accepting of the fact that a piece that I have isn't going to be the best of that character forever.
Yeah,
it has to be the best for me and fit in the, you know, I have my OG exclusive in with the Sentinel of Liberty from XM and the Classic from XM and the Thanos. I have all of them like an Avenger setup, and all sort of museum-esque. So, you know, for me, that they fit in that regard. Whereas I think this is a little bit more dynamic. This will probably go with Classic Iron Man from XM, though.
Yeah. That gun is ridiculous. Look at the size of her gun. Jesus.
I think this is the same. I think this is exactly the same. I think that Iron Man and that not Iron Man, that Captain America. And that Black Widow, they're museum-esque pose.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a dynamic Thor. So, you know, you put that Thor up there with Better Ray Bill, XM Better Ray Bill, and then you've got a display.
Well, I didn't realize. I know Better Ray Bill is big because I mean I've seen him, but it is when you kind of put things together you kind of then go, holy shit. Because when James put the modern with the Beta Ray Bill, it was like, wow, he makes him look like a little kid. It
Oh yeah,
really
Better Ray
dwarfs him.
Bill, man, is a monster. He's a monster statue.
Richard Melbourne's in the house.
Yo
Uh,
yo.
Finally made a live show. So yeah, really nice. And then they got the Stormbreaker, which is the exclusive.
Put Bill's hammer down, you thieving bitch.
Yeah, Bill would take your hammer back off you if you don't give that back.
Yeah, don't play nice. He'll give you a slap.
I like that though.
I do as well.
I don't know if I would.
Bill go amazing together.
I don't know if I would dual pose the hammers though.
No, I'm not digging that either. I've got to be honest.
No, I don't think I would. I like the idea, and that was another question actually, George. Someone was asking about would you pay the extra $15 to get the Stormbreaker? I mean, that would you pay an extra $15 to get an exclusive if you know you're never going to display it?
I probably would, and I'll tell you why. I think that there are certain types of collectors that will not buy regulars on the secondary market. So if you have this and you want to sell it on in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, I think it's much more sellable in exclusive condition. For example, I have the Cyclops, right? I'll give you a prime example. I have the Cyclops premium format I'm trying to move on at the moment. And I know somebody who wants one, but they told me they want the exclusive. And I said, look, the exclusive head is fucking awful. It's one of the worst heads of any statue ever. And they're just like, I'll never use the head, but I still want the exclusive. So that's the sort of thing you're dealing with. That's what you're up against. So, I mean, I bought my Cyclops because I hate the exclusive. So I wasn't interested at all. I certainly weren't paying any extra for it. But people do really want the exclusive. It's got a lower edition size and an extra piece that maybe some people might want. It's definitely more collectible. So I would advise to buy the exclusive.
I mean, not every piece has the exclusive has a different price, but I do think that when it's, especially with Sideshow, for example, if it's only $15 or $10, I think it's worth doing it for sure. I mean, you don't know; it may turn up and you may like it. I don't know. I mean, it
doesn't matter. The choices are, at least you have the choice, and think long term. Don't think just about yourself at this moment. Think about maybe if you might want to sell this piece. Don't go. Everybody needs to wake up to the fact that you may sell this piece. If you think for 1 minute it's in and it's keeper, it's staying forever, you're mad.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, some people can bank on it and go, no, that's not going nowhere. But majority of people don't plan ahead, and you should always think to yourself, if I was to sell it, would I be able to move on any easier if I had the exclusive? And the answer is yeah.
Well, that was the other point, though, that was moving on to. I mean, I'm wondering if Thor has a switch out of his other arm. I don't know.
No,
not at all.
No.
Okay. The other question then is, when you take things into consideration, like Prime 1 exclusives, they can be a couple of $100 more. So then how does that work? How do you feel about that?
Well, I don't personally. I don't buy from Prime 1, so it's not. I don't care. And not that I have a problem with Prime 1 personally. I just haven't really seen anything that blows my socks off that I personally would like. And more importantly, I don't like their policy. I don't like their show everything. Always sharing new things, teasers, new projects, and don't fucking get stuff out faster. I don't like that. I don't like that as a principle, and I wouldn't buy from a company that behaves in such a way. If you can't get the shit out, I'm not gonna buy any of your stuff. What you think I'm gonna wait? Think I'm gonna wait 3 years for you? You're mad. In 3 years, anything can change.
No, of course.
I can't anticipate that sort of thing. So I certainly wouldn't pay extra for that kind of extra for an exclusive. Not with the Prime 1 edition sizes, because the Prime 1 edition sizes are not big.
Well, I paid. No, actually, I'll tell you what. The ultimate Guyver that I bought was $1,000, so $999.
Yeah.
But the thing is, to buy the pieces separately, to buy the statue and the bust, cost exactly the same anyway. So it wasn't like, the ultimate was just the same as buying the two separately. There was no special thing about it, so there's no extra price or whatever else for me, and I wanted the bust.
Yeah.
What's this? So Jonathan, what do they show? Okay, well, Prime One has shown it so early so they can get the feedback from the fans to make sure they're satisfied.
Yeah, but don't then, was it take you 3 fucking years to then get a piece into your hand? It's too long.
Prime One is always willing to make adjustments that the collectors want and other companies are not. Well, I know there are certain companies.
XM will do that, and XM will do it in fucking inside 6 months. So what difference does it make? XM make changes. XM say, "What do you think about it?" And you go, "Oh no, it's shit." They change it, but you're also from pre-order date to when it released, you're probably looking at around about a year, which I think is as long as it should be. I think they show too much and deliver too little. I want to see the opposite happen. I want to start seeing people flying out. When that happens, then I'll start thinking about, okay, I like the look of this. I may buy that. I just think to myself, I can't invest in a piece because I don't know when I'm going to get it. And I just think it's taking too long. Things just take a little bit too long. It's a personal choice. There's no question in their the quality. Some of their quality stuff is amazing. Their paint is incredibly clean. Some stuff is really detailed. You know what I mean? I have no problem with the edition size of it. I just think at the moment it's PCS just with a little bit of a bigger following. It definitely is one of them ones where they share. Look at this new thing. Oh, look at this forearm teaser. Look at this eyebrow teaser. Fuck your eyebrow. Start sending me the shit that I've seen at 2 or 4 different cons. 2 or 3 years have gone by and these pieces are not in your hand. Where the fuck are they?
I think my Guyver was delayed about 9 months. So
yeah,
far.
and wait a minute then. So when did you pay for your Guyver?
Well, I did payment plan, but
Right. But when did you pay for your Guyver? When was the pre-order date?
I don't know.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You don't even know. That's how long ago it is.
I go onto my Sideshow account and tell you. But
I'm interested. I'm interested to know. I'm interested to know because we use you as an example. You're someone who's actually bought something.
well, the thing with Prime One that does piss me off though is the more I know that Sideshow do it as well, but the variance with Prime One pisses me off big time. The gold.
I don't care about them making money. I think if you're going to do the piece, I think you should. We've said this before. If you're going to do variants, do it the way Pop Culture Shock does it. You're gonna do a Nightmare Batman, and you're gonna do them in 4 different colors. Put them all up, all on the same day, and say this is what they're gonna be, and then let people pick. And then nothing about it appears shady or underhanded. That's fine. If you release a piece and it's like a few months and it sells out and whatever else, then you're like, oh look, get the gold version. Oh look, no, get the pure white version, and they come out after each other. That's naughty. That's some sneaky ass shit going on there.
Yeah.
I don't care what sort of backing or fandom or any of that fanboys you want. Nobody can defend that because it is sneaky. There's no other word for it. There's no other way. You can't go, oh, well, they didn't know. They don't do it for any other reason other than the fact of make some money, reuse the sculpt, make some more money, reuse the sculpt, make some more money. Let's keep flogging that fucking cow. Let's keep milking it for as long as we can. It's just not. It's not honest. Better off going, here are the 3 variants: edition size A, edition size B, edition size C. Help yourself. These are the prices. Enjoy.
Well, even if they may not be able to do the edition size, but even if they said ABC to be decided, even if they did that, but as long as it was known. My order was placed on the 13th of April 2017.
Right.
That was the day it came out.
Right.
So I'm just looking.
But we're coming up to August 2018. And how long is it until you're expected to receive your item?
I think October.
This year. Let's see.
It's already been delayed by loads. It was supposed to come out a lot sooner.
See, we're already now getting into close to 18 months, aren't we? By the
It
time
was,
you'll get...
It's changed, actually. This didn't say this before, because this says September to October 2018. But let me see, because I can tell you, because it would be when my payment plan was doing monthly and all of a sudden stopped. That should be when it was due. Sorry, it was running slow on the actual site. This order, I'm pretty sure it was due like a couple of months back.
Okay.
So
like a year, like a year. Would have been rough.
So payment plan started October, November, December, January, February, March. So it was due in April.
Right.
So it's been delayed now till September to December.
Yeah, September to December. And let's see if you get it in December. If you get it in December.
So far it's delayed 8 months.
Yeah, if you get it in December, it would have been delayed. It will be like 18, 20 months, something like that. If you get it there.
Well, but the delay is 8 months.
Yes.
From when I was meant to get it, which is, not great.
A lot. It's a long delay.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is then talking about Prime One. This is then their teaser for Brainiac.
Quarter scale, 1/3.
I think this is quarter scale. This one.
Cool.
Someone's saying some of the Prime One pre-orders that have been delayed are just starting to come in. What about the Hush Ivy? That looks incredible. We spoke about that another time.
Yeah, listen, like I say, quality wise, it's there. Business practice wise, need to concentrate on getting your shit out and less on doing more and more and more.
People are still waiting on their Prime One Venom.
Yes, I mean, I don't even want to go into how long that's taken. That's a monster, that one. I don't know how long that's been. That's got to be a long delay and all.
Yeah. Kind of a nifty question. I started collecting just over a year ago. How often does Sideshow update their characters in PF form? I'd love a new Spider-Man. Seeing this 4 has been upgraded. Seeing this 4 upgraded is promising, sorry. So when would you expect a new Spider-Man?
Well, you've got the Miles Morales, which is coming out. I mean, if you're talking about a Peter Parker Spider-Man, PF was what? 2016?
Maybe 15, 16, yeah.
I'd say it's 16. So I would probably say next year. If I had to guess, I would say that they would do another Spider-Man next year, quarter scale, because the legendary one's coming out this year, or it's been shown this year, and we'll probably go up for PO in the next 6 months. Or has it gone up already? It hasn't gone up yet. I would say within the next 12 months. By the next con, there'll probably be a new Spider-Man Peter Parker. That's what I would say.
Yeah, probably next San Diego. I mean, the thing is about this is there's so much stuff going on behind the scenes that, pieces are made years before we see them.
Yeah, definitely.
And
also, they get new artists in their stable, and then they want those artists to. I mean, I would love to see a Daniel Bell Spider-Man. I would love to see them.
Well, there was one. There was the Imaginary Art one.
I want to see one actually made.
Yeah. So Brainiac, I mean, I don't know much about the character, to be honest with you. DC Superman villain.
The Superman villain, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's good timing if they can get that in conjunction with the Superman PF that's coming out again. I mean, that's a good example. Superman premium format was around 2014, I think. Now that's only just coming out now, so that's been a good few years. But Spider-Man,
Ed Dude, and Spider-Man Daniel Bell. Oh yeah, Gio said it at the same time. Daniel Bell sculpted a Spider-Man for Imaginarium Art. Imaginarium Art sold some of their sculpts and whatever else to Prime One, and they were going to merge. That didn't happen. But Prime One, I think, still owned some of the artwork, and one of them was the Daniel Bell Spider-Man. Then that kind of fell through somehow, and it kind of went off to some fan art, and then they were going to make it, and then that didn't happen. So
the project's been like in so many people's hands.
This project's been in so many people's hands. So many people have probably got the sculpt digital file that I don't know who will make it. And it was really nice as well.
It was
really nice.
Right, keep going. I've looked at his torso for far too long.
Oh, Daniel Bell's apparently is on his actual Facebook page. This then is the Will Smith face on the Prime 1 Deadshot. So I actually saw this in person. It didn't look that good.
It looks great. Yeah.
Someone take some really good pictures, because I saw the prototype in person and it was good, but it didn't look that good.
Yeah, this looks great.
That looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Then they got the Nightmare Batman as well on the way.
They do some great Batmans. There's no doubt about that.
Oh, they do a lot of Batmans. Then this is some Pop Culture Shock stuff. So before I go into this is the Bison base. Before I go into this, I just wanted to mention that I don't know if anyone missed it, but they shouldn't have, because it's all over the place. But what's happened is Pop Culture Shock will be distributing through Sideshow Collectibles. So Sideshow Collectibles have actually taken over all the accounts of everyone's Pop Culture Shock orders. For people who actually are customers of Pop Culture Shock, that is actually the best thing that could probably happen for you. There are loads of people who have been waiting for refunds and waiting for whatever else from Pop Culture Shock, and they're just not getting any response from the customer service. Pop Culture Shock have had a few issues with their customer service. They had an old person who was closing service tickets down, showing them as resolved, showing them as refunded, but not actually processing them. That person was removed.
She goes to fucking jail.
Yeah. Well, she was removed, and then I think she was like fucking Jerry or something. I don't know. Anyway, but she was removed, and then they brought somebody else in who started to do a good job. You started to see some of the refunds getting placed and whatever else. But I'm sure that then, as a business, they probably have a limit to the amount they can refund per month. I'm assuming that person then was involved in a road traffic. Well, I'm assuming that, because otherwise they're going to be well out of pocket. That person then had a road traffic accident, quite serious road traffic accident, and I don't think they returned to work. So Pop Culture Shock's customer service unit was a bit all over the place again. And they then, got into talks with Sideshow. Sideshow have then decided they're going to take over the distribution, the ordering, the customer service from Pop Culture Shock, and Pop Culture Shock can then focus on the actual pieces and releasing the pieces and bringing them out. Again, for customers, I think this is probably the best thing that's happened, because I've been speaking to several people who their orders showing up on Sideshow, and what's happened is they've contacted Sideshow to say, I don't want this piece anymore. I've spoken to Pop Culture Shock several times and they're not responding to me. I want my money back.
Yeah.
And Sideshow refunding them, giving them money back, or giving them credit notes, whichever the people want. I think it's a check. You either get a check, which takes you like 3 weeks to clear, or you get a credit note, which is instant. So if you've got pre-orders with Sideshow, and you get the credit note to pay them off. And Sideshow, I think they've been well on top of that. So if you wait until, I think it's the end of this month, early August, is when they're going to be. They should be totally up to date with all of those orders, and they should have all moved across to Sideshow. The only issue is if you use a different email address or a different mailing address for whatever reason, then there may be issues with linking the accounts. So you may want to give it a couple of weeks, and then if your orders have not appeared on Sideshow, contact their customer service then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So we've got people in the comments saying, their stuff has actually been turning up on their account. There were loads of people on Facebook just posting saying, here you go, it's on Sideshow, awesome, blah blah. So I'm just looking at this. They're talking between them. And dude, that's what they were saying about the Sideshow customer service is legitimately excellent. Yeah, Sideshow customer service is in the hobby is second to none. I mean, Sideshow will, if you have an issue, 99.9% of the time they will resolve it, unless you're a dick and if you're rude to them, then they won't, which is understandable. To have, sorry, so someone wrote something and I can't find it now. The whole PCS situation is crazy. So many serious business decisions in such a short amount of time. They're joint with Sideshow now. No, Sideshow are distributing for them. So they're not joint, but Sideshow taking over the distribution and customer service. So
shut up, naive Nick. Who are you fucking sounding like? They're not George. Who do you think that is?
Well, no, it's
you think they're just scratching the old back, do you? Think they're going, yeah, we'll deal with all your stress.
No, but it's not like it's not a join up. Like they're not merging.
Not officially, not yet. We'll wait and we'll sit.
It's not a mergement. It's basically at the moment it's a distribution deal, which is the same thing.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
But that's the same thing that Prime One have. It's the same thing that Iron Studios have. It's the same thing that other companies have through Sideshow. So, as I say, in future it may be different and whatever. But at the moment, they're distributing for them, and part of the distribution is the XYZ. The fact that Sideshow took on all the old past orders is crazy. Anyway,
yeah, well, that's what I mean.
That's a conversation for another day. Anyway, all right. So straight back now onto Pop Culture Shock. This is the M Bison. So this is the what do they call it? Is it Ultra?
Yeah, it's Ultra.
This is the Ultra M Bison. So this looks pretty cool. There you go. You like that?
No.
No.
No, I don't like that. I definitely see the old fat Greek smashing plates in it, like a dome. That's something about that. I just no.
Yeah.
It's a bad angle for the shot as well. Like you're looking up his skirt. I would like to see a nice head-on picture. So no, is it? No.
No, not sold on that one.
No.
Someone's asking about XM and Sideshow. Yeah, that's never going to happen. But what?
Some
but
people
Alex,
actually don't want to sell their fucking souls. That's why.
But Alex, why are they using their customer service? Well, that's all going to be part of the deal. So basically, Pop Culture Shock have agreed a price on Sideshow taking over that. They've outsourced it basically.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, it's outsourcing. So,
and you're talking about the biggest. I mean, fucking, you couldn't pick a harder company to try and clean up than the customer service in PCS, because that's been fucked for years, and that they're taking on 4 years, 5 years of work. So that's what makes me just slightly concerned about what they're actually getting in return, because I'm telling you, that's a big project. That's a big outlay as well. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, well, so yeah, it's business. Sorry, someone's saying Dante Dis. Personally, I feel is sorry, the fucking cursor's annoying. It fucking scrolls really bad on this mouse. So I'm just trying to find this message. It's moved. Personally, I feel as if it's a behind closed doors deal. Sideshow is helping PCS stay afloat and taking some of the burden off of them, but they are doing it for another reason other than a nice gesture. Yeah, of course, it's business.
Of course, yeah, 100%.
Business. Yeah, that's
and it's like I'm saying, it's a big deal. This isn't like this is a big deal. Like there are so many people at customer service in PCS who've been screaming for fucking ages. So many. So it's a lot of work that Sideshow's going to have to do to try and fix this.
And that don't come cheap. So yeah.
No, it don't. No, it doesn't. People need to start understanding that nothing in this world is free.
Right. Anyway, so Bison, you're not a fan.
No, I like the head sculpt. You know, paint looks clean. Got no problem with it. I've always had a little bit of an issue with the pose. You know, I don't like the pose. Yeah. I don't like the sort of hands up, knee up thing. I would have liked maybe the one knee up and maybe cross armed or something. You know, a little bit more. I don't know, a little bit more poise. Yeah. It's a little bit too crazy for me. But you know, it's got to go with what you want. I like the fact that you use an old man sculpt from Street Fighter 5.
You got the mouth closed and the mouth open.
Yeah.
Right. Then you got the these are the things from San Diego Comic-Con that we actually, well, we didn't miss them, but the thing was is these were posted after we did the chat, so they were all there. So this is the War Duke from Dungeons and Dragons, the board game.
Sweet.
So you got that there. Then you got the Presto Dungeon Master from the animation.
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. That one, I like that. And all these concepts are all done by Hive as well.
Yeah.
Then you've got
magician, thief, cavalier.
I hate the fucking unicorn. God. Anyway, this is then the Storm Shadow. I'm not sure if I'm the only one, but with this G.I. Joe line, I am really seeing the old Sideshow stuff. There is like an old Storm Shadow, there is an old Snake Eyes, and there's an old Baroness. And I'm really, especially with the Snake Eyes, I'm really seeing the old Sideshow one. So
yeah,
here's the Storm Shadow.
Yeah,
basic actually. Yeah, base looks a bit boring.
I'm sure Prime One done them like really well.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if they've been released though.
I think Storm, that guy whose house burnt down, he just released a video of the Storm Shadow. It's core scale price to be. The only thing about the old Sideshow one was they fucked up all the scales. They did the Storm Shadow and the Snake Eyes were in 1/5, and then the Baroness and the Cobra Commander were quarter scale, and then the dioramas were 1/6. So a bit all over the place. Yeah, they got the Baroness. So yeah, I mean,
it's just boring.
Yeah,
all this stuff is boring.
And then you got the Snake Eyes, which I'm pretty sure the Snake Eyes.
This one looks the best of the lot.
Yeah, but it really, I need to see it again. But there was an old Sideshow one, and I'm pretty sure it's got a very similar pose with the what's his name, Timber.
Yeah,
I think his name's Timber. He's got like Timber jumping off the same way, and it looks quite similar to me.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's quite rare actually. The Snake Eyes by Sideshow. It's quite hard to get, I think. Then you got the again the. I don't think they should have shown all these concepts. I think they should have held some stuff back. Yeah. So you got the Michelangelo, and you got the Donatello, and you got the Leonardo, and I think the problem with these is, I think the bases are all too similar.
Yeah, they are.
I just don't, it's from, I think, the first or second episode where they go and, there's all the robots around the Technodrome. But I just think they're all too samey. I just don't think there's enough to separate them to make you want them all. With the original Sideshow ones, they were all different levels, and they kind of all went together in a way where you put them together. This one, they're all just the same level and
same poses though. If you look at it correctly, it looks so. Start at the beginning. You got the standing either side, right leg forward, left leg behind, right arm forward, left arm up. Then you go to Leonardo right next to it. Leonardo.
Someone's saying, the Baroness is just missing Ravage, because First for Figures did a G.I. Joe versus Transformers with Ravage, which was fucking awesome.
Leonardo and Michelangelo are too similar. They're far too similar.
Yeah, I just think they're all. I think they all are. I think all three of
The
them.
foot position, the base, the body positions all look very, very samey to me.
I'm actually. I was actually when I saw the Raphael, I was actually very
Yeah,
excited,
Raphael.
and I thought he looked really, really good. And then seeing, I mean, these are the concepts; they can change the concepts, but by
Hopefully they do.
seeing all of the concepts together, I just think they look the same, but they just look quite dull. I just don't think there's,
Poses need to be brought up a little bit here. They need to be changed.
yeah,
They're all sort of the bases are all too similar. I agree with you. Base is too similar. Poses are too similar.
yeah.
You wouldn't need all of them. You just need one of them.
Well, you buy your favorite. That's what you would do. I mean, Leonardo's got a propeller at the back. I guess that's pretty cool. But I don't know. Then you got the Optimus Prime. I do really like this paint style. It's really
Crazy.
interesting. I mean, the way I really want to see this in person just to see what this.
You want to see it from sort of a more dimensional. You want to be able to walk round it, see if it translates when you walk round it, or if it just looks good from like a 2D picture.
Well, that's the thing, is because it's a 2D kind of concept on a 3D image, but you're seeing it in 2D.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like, I understand what you're saying.
Look the best this way. A 2D concept on a 2D viewing platform is going to look the best.
Yeah.
Seeing it in person and walking around it is when you see if it looks like a cheap piece of crap, whether it holds up. I hope it's the latter.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's Dante Dis. Is that Alex, isn't it? Alex Pitchula or something. I agree. He's saying that the turtles have been done to death now, and there's nothing with these turtles that warrants them being made. And I agree. I mean, the original Sideshow ones are great.
Yeah.
Then Sideshow did like a new twist on them. Prime One have done a couple of sets, and I just don't think there's enough new to warrant it. I agree with you, Alex. So with the Optimus Prime, we've got to see that in a 3D. You got to see it when you're there, because as you say, as you're seeing it, a 2D concept as a 3D statue on a 2D platform. So you're seeing it like that, so it looks good. But I like that paint style. I do like it.
Yeah, hopefully it translates well and it stands up. That's what you want.
Oh, okay, it's Cole. Sorry, I thought for some reason I thought Dante Dis was Alex. What was Alex's? Oh, Neo Dragon, wasn't he?
Yeah, not Dante Dis. No,
sorry.
I knew that weren't him, but I was letting you because you all of a sudden start calling him by this fucking name without him confirming it. That's who he was. I was just sitting there thinking, okay.
All right, then you got
I'm not sure about this Ultimate Warrior, man. He's a bit thin to me.
Does he? I don't know much about the character. I never really watched wrestling, to be honest with you. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You cut off there for a second.
No, he's like one of them. He's not like a bulky guy, but maybe it's the angle or the lighting. I don't know. He just looks a bit slim. I like the pose. That looks good. Face looks great, and the hair looks good.
Yeah, it does look great. I mean, again, from me just seeing images of him and seeing this, I don't know much about the character, so I don't know. So the wrestler, but I do like all the kind of freckling all over his body. The detailing looks great, but I don't know how accurate he is.
It's a hard one, really, because I think it's going to look the slimmest at this angle. I'd like to see it just turned ever so slightly more head on, so I can see what his lats are doing.
Everyone's pictures from the same angle, though.
Exactly, it's like from the same angle. I need to see the back of it and see the lats and things. Looks good though. Looks good.
It's exactly the same angle every fucking time. And then
the only pictures I've seen.
And then they've announced their next piece.
Yeah, Nature Boy, Ric Flair. That's a good one. Yeah. That'd be a good one. Hopefully they'll use mixed media. Good iconic pose. They chose a good pose with that warrior though. I know where that's from. I've seen that. I think it's from the cover of like a Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. I've seen it before.
Yeah, that's actually right, Tack. Before we went on, he says that Gio always goes quiet when Alex starts eating or drinking. And the funny thing is at the beginning, before we came on the chat, I had 2 chocolate bars, and basically, like, every time George was going into like a rant before we were going on, I took a bite of the chocolate bar, and as soon as I took a bite, he fucking shut up, and he was like, "Well, tell me what do you think?" And I'm like, every fucking time. Everyone's now typing "woo," because he's like "woo."
Yeah.
All right. So then I didn't, unfortunately, there weren't that many pictures of this slain, and I really want to see some decent
Shame.
pictures.
That looks cool.
Yeah, that's again by Caleb, isn't it?
That looks really cool.
Yeah. Oh, look, Speedy having a tea break, just checking in. Don't, Gary, don't listen back to the beginning. We were bitching about you a little bit.
Flagging you off. Calling
Yeah,
your name.
Actually, it was just me, but.
Yeah.
Then this is something interesting, actually, because this is Queen Studios, which this is a fan art piece, right? But
Yeah.
we've said the name. But the thing about it, the thing about it, right, is they released this piece. So they got the Logan, they got the Joker. So the Joker looks pretty damn good. The base looks great. Base looks really good. And oh, sorry, they're the crap pictures that Bernard sent me. They're the better ones. So this is the Logan and the arm. Looks like my arm, Jesus. And these are the pieces there. So I mean, they do really, really, really good work. What happened is they apparently contacted Marvel, and they said, these are some pieces we made, and somehow they managed to get a license.
Well, that's great.
So now they've got a license. So they're Thanos. I think they've overdone the face fuzz, but the Thanos they've done. And this actually was one we showed a while ago, which was by SM Smile or something, or ZM Smile. And I think that must have been the artist. So Queen Studios are making that. And
I love that. It's amazing.
This looks fantastic. But this is going to be a licensed piece now. So they're going to be doing the Loki and the Iron Man and the Thanos as licensed pieces. So congratulations to them for getting the license.
Yeah, huge, man. That's the way to do it. They went out, they showed their work, and they got somewhere from it. Congrats, well done.
Yeah.
Fair play.
I mean, but the other thing I'm really, I don't want to say confused, but I'm really a bit like, okay, but they've got a license from Marvel to make these 3, but they've already made a Logan, and they're still shipping it. So does that mean they've got to pay like licensing back on that or something? Because now they've got a license, but also they're making the Joker, but Marvel are giving them a license, even though or Disney giving them a license to make these pieces when they're still making fan art. So what if Disney's cracking down on certain people in certain places, but then they're giving people licenses who are still making it's a bit like, what the fuck?
Hypocritical. The word you're looking
of course. For. Yeah.
I scratch your back, you stab me in mine. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so congratulations, Queen Studio Distribution, for obtaining these Marvel licenses. So they got those. So that was quite a surprise, really.
That's a wicked photo. It's just like
that one.
This is completely, that cape is completely taking that book.
Yeah, that was his name, John. John's got his face covered, and it looks like Susan's going to get done with Stormbreaker.
She's actually double banged by that fucking each hammer.
Yeah.
It's lining her up with the left, bang her with the right one.
That sounded quite inappropriate there. It looks like she's going to get double banged, you said.
Take from it what you will. If you are disgustingly minded, then that's fine.
This is the so we didn't show much of the Weta stuff either. We showed the Tomb Raider, but this is the Weta, Arwen, and Frodo on the horse. So Weta do their 1/6 scale. Oh, sorry, this is quarter scale. Wow.
Yeah, they're making like a few different. They do make quarter scale stuff, don't they?
Oh, no, but their stuff used to be. Their main stuff was 1/6. Most of their main stuff was 1/6.
The Defiler, on the White Walk. That's mad.
I saw Jesus. I haven't shown you the video yet, have I? I need to send you need to watch some videos I made. I was editing them, but when I went to
That sounds inappropriate.
the toy, what's it called? The toy, massive toy, and they had the fan art Azog, who's like 1/3 scale or 1/3.13.5, and that is fucking wicked. That piece is fucking insane, and it's been painted up like ridiculously. Really,
I love all that. I love their stuff. I mean that stuff sells for serious money as well.
yeah. So then that's the Treebeard, and it's got Merry and Pippin on the top. I do not know. This says, I think that says Marquette Collection on the bottom. I can't make it out, but this piece, I mean, Treebeard's obviously massive, so they ain't going to be quarter scale, ain't going to be 6 scale. It's going to be like
1/10, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at the size of the little dwarfs up there. I mean,
Hobbits,
dwarfs or not, man. And hobbits. That's a big tree.
Yeah, that's really. I mean, that looks really fucking cool.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I love their stuff. Wear stuff. I really like their stuff.
And then, well, this is one basically because I know a lot of our mods were like well happy with this, and basically we did show just the image there because when we did it,
cat gone.
Sorry,
in the last picture, where is the cat there? Oh, it is there. I didn't see it.
How blind are you, Jesus?
I thought it was a dude standing behind it. Probably that's fine.
But yeah, so we showed this image last time, and obviously some great people who were there did showed some pictures. So she looks really, really nice.
Yeah, that's fucking cool. Great paintwork on that.
Yeah.
Cat don't look too happy with her. I tell you that.
No.
You never turn your back on a cat either, so she's fucked now.
Right, so that's that, just to show those pictures. That's all San Diego Comic Con caught up and all the other stuff. Last one is XM Studios Joker 1/6 scale has gone up for pre-order on their website, and this is a worldwide license, so anyone can order.
Get this direct sent straight out to you. So that's easy.
Yeah. Well,
that's better.
Ed Dude is saying that. Someone says Treebeard is 1/6. Ed Dude says if Treebeard is 40 foot, he would be 4 foot tall if it's 1/10. Yeah. All right. Anyway. Exactly. So yeah, this is up for pre-order on the XM Studios website. It's a worldwide license, so you can order it.
Fucking cool this as well.
And if you have other XM pieces, it's probably advisable that you register them so that you can get your prestige, and then you get your I think you get 10% off, don't you? So that's us. That's all the pictures, man. We did all right. We didn't do too bad today.
No, not too bad.
Got them done. There you go.
Absolutely boiling, my man. Boiling.
I have I've got like sweat running down my back. It's not nice. I even neatened up my beard for you, George, today. Got my hair kind of neatened my beard.
Listen, go watch an NED and then learn how to have a proper beard.
Well, no, I neatened it for you. I'm catching up.
Come with me with this.
I don't like the way you play hard to get.
Scruffy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, when you're going well fuzzy now, but you need to see it when there's no one else around. He's all over
now.
Yeah. Just going to go quickly over the comments and then we'll go. Yeah.
Yeah. Do it.
All right. So Thanos looks good. Gary. Then you got Ric Flair. Favorite Ric Flair quote: If I die of a heart attack, it'll be on the top of your girlfriend, pal.
I used to like his, what was it? Jet setting, limousine riding, jet flying, all that. I just used to love that shit, man. He had great promos. Flair, he was really good.
Jonathan, the Queen Studios have a site on, a Facebook group. I don't know whether they have a web page or anything, but on Facebook it's under Queen Studios Distribution. So if you search that, you'll find it. Rodney, So I'm just skimming through these guys because Treebeard. Oh, sorry, it says Masterpiece Collection on Treebeard, not I couldn't make it out, it was blurry. Good show. These chats are one of my favorite parts of the week. It's one of my favorite parts of the week as well. Thank you.
Thanks for coming on it and being part of it.
No, I mean we try to do these regularly. I know we have lapses. I normally get
somebody like traveling.
Well, the funny thing about that is I may be traveling again, but we won't go into that now. But I'm going to take my laptop this time. I've got to get it back off my sister. She stole my laptop the other day.
I hope you delete it before you lend it to her.
I literally wiped everything off it. I even deleted. I wiped off everything.
I think I'll go straight away.
I deleted. I wiped all my cookies on Chrome, and then I even uninstalled Chrome, and then I uninstalled Firefox. So that poor bitch is using Edge, which is not very good, but she's using it, because I've never used Edge, so there's no cookies on there that she can find. Ghostface 1301. You look like Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I've had that a couple of times. No, me. This is a Negan guy.
Oh yeah.
No, that's yeah. You should definitely get Lady Deadpool. Then gonna get the Ed dude's gonna get Lady Deadpool. Then gonna get Elektra. Then Thor, and then maybe the Spider-Man.
Get Lady Deadpool. Trust me.
These shoes are worth more than your house. I'm having a hard time trying to keep these alligators down.
Yeah,
delete that special file. Oh yeah, I literally wiped the whole hard drive. Don't worry, that laptop was clean. It was like a burner laptop. But anyway, that's why I like. On my computer, I've just taken out a hard drive actually. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for joining us. We love doing the shows. We love the responding to the live chats as we're doing it. I know there is a much easier. I tell you, I've got like 4 different things open up at the same time, so I have to go between them. George just sits there with his phone and his fucking legs up, but
you're not wrong.
Yeah, so it's basically to go through it is a lot of work, but it is a lot of fun, and I do like the the way we have everyone else involved as well, and we're going to try and do these more regular. And again, if I do go traveling, I am going to take my laptop with me. So yeah, all right, thanks guys, take care, and try and hit that like button. I know that there's 2 people have hit the thumbs down, but we always get the 2 thumbs down whenever we put a video up. So at least they're consistent.
They're loyal.
Yeah. All right. Cool beans.
Peace.